Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Yusuf Abu Harun, formerly the Imam of Masjid As-Sunnah, located at 111 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. As it pertains to our brother Abu Abdul Malik Abdul Haqq, then my experience with him is as follows. 10 years into the opening of Masjid As-Sunnah, he came and he opened another masjid about 5 minutes away from us and named it Masjid Ibad Rahman, all the well knowing that our masjid was existing, and he used to pass in there ever so often. This resulted in a big division and a big split among the brothers, and Sheikh Abdil al-Jabari intervened with an arbitrator by the name of Muhammad al-Maliki, and the Sheikh advised that we have one Jummah and one Eid. So a meeting was called and we all sat together, and I made it clear to the brothers that Masjid As-Sunnah is a registered charitable organization with the government and we have financial ties. And the Jummah khutbah and the Jummah salah, after that, the funds that we collect and the sale from the food is what we use to pay the rent for the building. Abdul Haqq made it clear that if the Jummah was held by him, that they would help the brothers at Masjid As-Sunnah pay the rent for the building. Subsequently to that, we have not received any monies from them, and that started to put us in a very difficult situation. So we returned to Sheikh Abdil al-Jabari and mentioned the situation to him, that we are a registered charitable organization and the brothers are putting us under difficulty because they promised to pay the rent and they are not paying the rent. So the Sheikh advised, if that is your situation, then continue to have your Jummah and you can start back to have your Jummah at the Masjid. Subsequently to that, Masjid Ibad Rahman was closed after Abdul Haqq left. I remember one time he came to the Masjid and he just walked in and said he came to do classes, didn't ask permission from anybody, and sat down and started to proceed, and that left us no choice but to turn all the lights out on him. So this is some of the situation that we are facing here. Subsequently, he came and there were two other masjids open. Masjid Tawheed, that lasted for maybe a year or two, maybe more, and it was closed down on his departure. On his arrival back to the country again, he opened another Masjid Tawheed, and that also was closed down upon his departure. So this is our situation here. When he comes to our country, he opens his own masjid, and he opens his own masjid. But my experience with him from Masjid As-Sunnah is as I mentioned. He seems to be an individual that calls to himself. If he's not in charge, if he's not in control, then he doesn't work with anyone else. And this is, you can use my statements, and anybody who have any clarification, they can always call me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.